Wow, the shadows are kind of fucking annoying. What if Maxo Kream's grill was the first cheese string God ever consumed? In my opinion, it's incredibly generic. It's just ridiculously average, generic trap. Like, there's nothing particularly unique or special about this album, in my humble opinion. It just kind of sounds like just a standard trap album. There's just nothing remotely creative or amazing about it. It's pretty well put together, I guess. The tracks themselves are just some pretty okay, well-sequenced bangers that are kind of fun to some degree, but there's just literally nothing remotely just kind of stand out or interesting about this album to me. The beats, for the most part, they're just kind of just some normal, kind of uncreative, just sample flips with some 808s on them, and it's just like, that's the beat, and it's just like, okay, like, that's pretty much it. And his flow, Maxo Kream's flow, whilst at times it can be quite speedy and electric and kind of fun and exciting and stuff, but a lot of the time it can be incredibly fucking annoying. On track 2, Grannies, which in my opinion that song is insufferable because his flow, the entire fucking song, I'm being dead serious, the whole time his flow is literally like like it's that, like constantly the entire fucking song, the full like 3+ minutes of just nothing but that, no variance or anything, it's just that flow the whole time, and it's fucking unbearable. I couldn't fucking stand that shit. And then we have the songs like Beyonce and Janky. These tracks I think are good examples of songs where Maxo Kream's flow is really good and actually, you know, benefits the song. Especially on Beyonce, which is a really catchy, just bouncy, get stuck in your head type flow that's just super just fun and just enjoyable. Around Beyonce, I thought was one of the most enjoyable tracks, and this was supposed to be like an interlude. It kind of felt like a full-length track. It didn't feel any less developed than any of the other songs on this album, so I mean, I'm not sure why it was labeled an interlude. But yeah, definitely one of the most fun tracks, and I really enjoyed on Beyonce, the references to like guns and celebrities like Draco, Beyonce, and Quavo or something like that. Like my Draco is like Drake though, or something like that. And then he said like he's got more guns than Halo, and I just thought the way he just like pulled that off, I thought it was just kind of witty and just kind of fun. But yeah, the song Janky though I thought was more, his flow catered really nicely with a very vivid story he was telling, and the way he delivered it on this track was just ridiculously, just the flow just perfectly catered to the very dark nature of the song. However though, these moments are cool. There are definitely likable moments for sure, not denying that, but like it just kind of weighs it down. The album kind of weighs these good moments down by including these either annoying moments or these really just dull and uncaptivating and just forgettable songs like Love Drugs and Astrodome Part 2. And the opening track Work, the hook is it's almost as annoying as Rihanna's Work. It's like, whoa with the work. With the word, like it's just really incessant and just repetitive and aggravating chorus that just does not work very well as an opener, and the beat is just really bland too. Capiche was completely unbearable. The awkward ass fucking beat and awkward like much capiche, like the hook was just really just awkward and clunky. Then you got Trippie Redd's like non-stop aimless fucking moaning for the entire song. It does not come together as a recipe for success. In fact, it's a total mess in my opinion. There's Love Drugs, which on this track he's going for like a very woozy, intoxicating R&B type thing, and I think he just goes about it in the most flavorless and boring way imaginable. The beat on ATW is completely just kind of characterless, and the lyrical subject is just sort of kind of revolving around, you know, like keeping it real and, you know, not snitching and stuff and just being like a real one, and that's sort of what the song's about. Like, okay, cool. You know, I mean, that's about it. There's nothing really else to say. There's nothing really massively interesting about ATW at all, to be honest. I'm just skip ahead and go to the next track. The song Pop Another. I appreciated and enjoyed the use of a Tame Impala sample. I thought that was kind of interesting when that came out. I was like, oh shit, that's fucking Tame Impala. But the second he started rapping, the literal like fucking millisecond he started rapping, I was like, yeah, I don't like the song. I was like, yeah, this track is ruined. Because he uses the most elementary, just like dull, repetitive flow, just basically wasting this good beat, this cool fucking Tame Impala sampled beat. I was like, okay, this beat is tight, and then you start rapping with this just boring ass flow. I was just like, fuck, thanks Maxo. You just ruined it. Like, you couldn't have done anything a little bit more interesting and less completely lazy. The song Go I thought was awesome though. I did enjoy Go. That was a really solid banger. The hardest beat on the whole album for sure. And Maxo's performance on the whole track was just so energetic and likable. It's just really fucking cool. I really enjoyed it. And again, like I said before, Beyonce is a huge highlight for me, and the beat on this track, I didn't mention before, the beat on Beyonce, love the eerie, just atmospheric feel of it. The Sunny Digital brought, I believe Sunny Digital did in fact produce the track. I thought it sounded really cool. Bussdown was pretty cool. I like the bass synth melody. That was very kind of playful and enjoyable to me, and the speedy delivery and witty lyrics from Maxo Kream was really cool as well. And Roaches, the final track, was for sure the best track on the whole album, bar none. On this track we see him sort of critique the rap game game, as well as sort of just kind of reflect on his place in the rap industry and whether or not he feels he belongs here. On this track, he seems to lyrically be evaluating how he fits into the rap genre now that the culture has sort of evolved so much over time. And then later on in the track, we see him sort of display the inner fear he has living in America given the current political climate there is with Donald Trump and shit. I thought it was the most telling moment lyrically on the whole album, and the beat, I just loved the very somber feel of it. Overall, Roaches was excellent. Fucking great closer, the very forlorn synth melody that plays is just really lovely, and again, best moment on the whole album lyrically, for sure. So yeah, overall, there are definitely likable qualities to this album, but I think it's just ultimately tied down by these really just kind of tepid and predictable and generic trap songs and beats and flows that just don't really do anything remotely exciting or refreshing. Just the abundance of moments that I thought were either dull or annoying just ultimately made this an album that I really failed to get much of a major reaction from, so it just kind of sits in the middle. Feeling a 5 on a Punken by Maxo Kream, just kind of a generic average trap album, but worth a try. If you're a trap fan, definitely give it a try. There are some enjoyable moments, and a lot of other people seem to be really loving this, so maybe I'm just full of shit. And if I am full of shit, then hey, I'm cool with that. That is fine with me. Every now and then, you just got to relish in the fact that maybe you are wrong, and that's okay. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Punken by Maxo Kream. Bye!